Hi everyone, Miss Moxley here. Today, what I've got on the agenda for you guys is to, of course, view this recording, and then you are to complete the Dwarf Planets lesson and quiz. Tomorrow is a holiday, so I'll have to go in and adjust this agenda for you, but no problems. I'll go back in and do that. Wednesday, we will have a live session at 2, and you need to complete the solar system lesson exam. That will actually be bumped to Thursday because Tuesday's items will be bumped to Wednesday. Wednesday's items will be bumped to Thursday, and Thursday's items will be bumped to Friday. So Friday you will complete planet, orbits, and gravity lesson, and you'll have a notebook check with Mr. Wilson. So just be sure that you have all of your notes from this week for that notebook check. Now, as you can probably see on the left-hand side, I've got a couple of items that I want to discuss, and I want to talk about the Milky Way galaxy. So you should have completed this item last week at the end of the week. Be sure by the end of the lesson that you are able to complete the objectives, or you're able to do the objectives, and they are: define the solar system, sun, planet, orbit, gravity, moon, asteroid, comet, and meteorite. So that's some of your vocabulary terms. Make sure you've got those in your notes. Describe that the solar system includes the sun and all celestial bodies that orbit the sun, and be able to describe the different types of objects briefly, so meteorites, asteroids, comets. Understand that the sun is one of many stars that exist in the universe and that it is part of the Milky Way. And then lastly, understand that each planet in the solar system has unique characteristics, and be able to describe these characteristics and differences. All right, so let's flip over to the notes that I have here for you in terms of the Milky Way. So the Milky Way is our galaxy. It contains our solar system, and we've already talked about our solar system. Our solar system consists of 8 planets, and be sure that you know those in order from the sun, working your way out. So it should be Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and then of course Pluto, which is considered our dwarf planet. So the sun is at the center of our solar system. It appears to be so large due to its proximity to us on Earth, so that just means its closeness. The sun is a star, and it is the largest star in our solar system, and the sun's mass is about 99.8% of our entire solar system. So in terms of the sun, it's the center of our solar system. It's what helps create life. It's what gives us heat, in terms of us on the Earth being the third planet from the sun. So it's super, super important. It's the initial source of energy for everything on Earth. So the planets in our solar system are divided into 2 main groups, terrestrial and Jovian. Jovian is sometimes referred to as gas, or the gaseous planets. That's the main items that I want to talk about today, are terrestrial and Jovian planets. So terrestrial planets, those 4 inner planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, they have a high melting point. And what this means is at a high temperature, they will melt. So that's why they're able to form so closely to the sun, because it's hot closer to the sun. So they have those high melting points. They consist of rocks and other metals and are fairly small in size. Now, with our Jovian planets, we have the opposite. Jovian are our gas planets. We have the 4 outer planets. They are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, and they consist of gas and frozen gas and have low melting points. That's why they're so far away from the sun, is because it's colder, because it doesn't take as much heat for them to melt. So they're able to form further away from the sun. So therein, they have those low melting points. They have no solid surface. They may have a solid surface when you get fairly far into the core in terms of depth, but no solid surface on the outside because they're gas. And they are fairly large in size because our solar system consists mainly of gas. So with that in mind, all I wanted to cover today was the terrestrial and the Jovian planets for the most part, and discuss our Milky Way galaxy. If you have any questions, of course, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You could email me, or you can let the facilitator know. They can contact me directly. I know that was quick. I know that was brief, but please feel free to pause the recording once you go through your lesson. Again, if you've got any questions, or if you have any questions from your quiz, don't hesitate to reach out. Bye guys, have a great rest of your day, and I will talk with you again on Wednesday.